Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is the presentation on internship program prepared by Muhammad Amirul Hakimi bin Muhammad Maulana. My matrix number is 64846. So in this presentation, I will explain about company background, weekly job description, project involvement, and conclusion. My company background. I was in undergo by I was undergo my internship program at LNG Technology. This company was early established in 2000, where Mr. Lam Kam Kin was accepting partner Mr. Goh Toh Hao and built this firm called LNG Technology Sendirian Berhad. This firm provides services such as design, research and development, fabrication tools, assembly modules, industrial machine and components, and machine repair. This firm was divided into four main departments, which include main department or design department, metal and fabrication department, CNC department, assembly and wiring department. In design department is one of the most important department in factory that having a nature of business in machine supplier. Most of the products are created or designed using the 3D SolidWorks software with the help of a designer and customer. Once the customer agrees and satisfied with the design, the company will provide budget for the project to be carried on. The next is metal and fabrication department. This department is a part of processing center for any project that require process such as welding process, bending process, grinding process, and others. This department also having the most amount of employees. This department have the highest amount of workstation. The third department is machining department. This department requires machine to produce a product. This department has several machines to be used for carrying on the project such as lathe machine, computer numerical control CNC machine, and milling machine. This department was fully air conditioned so that all of the machine will not overheating. Assembly and wiring department. Assembly and wiring department is a department where all of the parts or items that have been processed will be installed and assembled accordingly. The assembly process was being carried on based on assembly drawing provided by the design department. Wiring process also will be carried on after completing the assembly process. This is the company vision and mission. The vision is to be an engineering company with a superior business core by providing the best product and serving our customer. The mission is always trying to achieve a responsible and balanced career to meet the needs of our customer, provide the best performance for the shareholders, and provide a satisfying career to our employees to enhance mutually beneficial relationships to business partner wherever we operate. This is the weekly job description during my 10-week internship. During the first week, I report duty to the officer. I having my safety briefing and job scope briefing, and then I transfer to main department, which is to perform welding and grinding process. In week 2, I move to private fabrication department, which is I need to run the lathe machine. I running a smoothing operation during drilling with lathe machine and cleaning chips for the lathe machine. For week 3, I still drilling with lathe machine, tapping operation, chamfering operation, and finishing process. This is done for my first job. And then week 4, I got my new job with its chamfering operation, smoothing operation, and cutting process using a hand grinder. In week 5, I perform a polishing process, and then I switch to CNC department, conducting a delivery process manually and perform tapping process using global arm. In week 6, I polish a batch of this is my new job, which is to polish a metal sheet manually using a sandpaper and then buffing them using a hand buffer machine. In week 7, I perform tapping process and deburring process This is a new job that has to be done in this week. In week 8, I transfer again to fabrication department and having my new job. I firstly perform a cutting process and then smoothing operation and then precising the dimension by performing a small cutting process using the lathe machine. And week 9 I still carrying on my last week project, which is to precise dimension and then drilling to make a hole in the middle of the workpiece and then perform cutting process and then finishing process. In week 10, I carry on a new project to smooth which is I need to smooth pro- to which is I need to carry on a smoothing process, chamfering process and tapping process before finishing process. So this is the project involvement during my internship program. Actually, I undergo many projects that have been carried on during this internship program, but this one is the most challenging one. The title of the project is to produce a hollow bar from blue nylon bar. There were two units of blue nylon bars with length of 600 millimeter, and then I need to produce 40 units of blue nylon bar with a length of exactly 20 millimeter. I was given a period of 2 weeks, which is will be carried on week 8 and week 9 to finish the production of the blue nylon hollow bar. I was told by my supervisor that the dimension must be precise since it will be used in shaft and bearing system, which a non-precise dimension will cause failure to the system. This is the procedure that I've been carrying on to my project. First, I cut them into three parts, which each part will have 200 millimeter of length, and then I perform smoothing operation, and then I reduce the dimension, which is the initial dimension is 66 millimeter, and I need to achieve 60 millimeter exactly the diameter of the bar. And then I perform drilling operation with lathe machine, which is to make a hole, a cross section hole in the nylon bar, and then I cut them using a cutting tool bit with the lathe machine. For nylon bar, they need to be cut about 20 millimeter, and then I debur all of the 40 units of blue nylon hollow bar after finish all the step above before I send it to QC department for inspection. So, in conclusion, I have been during my internship period, which is 10 weeks, I have been exposed to the manufacturing process involving the production of machine parts. I was given the opportunity to conduct lots of machinery process with different machine involved. Sorry about that. I also learned the most important skill as a human being, which is communication skill. I learned on how to communicate with my colleagues and also my supervisors. Lastly, I hope this company will further moving forward and achieve the best and great achievement in the future. So that's all from me. Thank you.